Tonight, we're going to be discussing the use of your creativity in the transition from artist to business person, meaning using your creativity to help you in that transition. And tonight is an inaugural night for something new at Crossroads Radio, as well as for Big TV. I am doing a simulcast right now. So I am recording videos that you will see posted on Big TV on YouTube, which will probably be sometime tonight or tomorrow. And so hopefully this works out. This is a testing phase, We want to make sure that it's okay, the sound and video quality and everything. But that's the news for tonight. So, using your creativity in the transition from artist to business person is a very important tool that all artists need to learn. And the reason why I say this is because sometimes we get stuck in the creativity mode. And when we're in creativity mode, sometimes our minds are kind of flowery and whimsical and all these things. But what we must realize is that in order for people to take our art seriously, we must take ourselves seriously. So how we do that is we say, okay, how can I apply my creativity to this project that I'm currently working on? And for me, a lot of times, my creativity most appropriately reflects itself in my marketing. And so I think of new innovative ways that I can do marketing, such as for my last book, I got business cards made. On the front was a normal business card, but I had them vertically done. And then on the back, I put my book cover so that when people saw the card, they also saw my book cover. A lot of people are like, oh, that's neat. I like that. That's different. I know. Another good thing that we can also do is if you're a writer, I make little business cards for people, and it's like a little card book thingy. So you have the front cover and the back cover, and then in the middle you have one little piece of paper, and on the piece of paper it'll have like a little excerpt from your book, and then the card portions will have the normal business card stuff on them. That's a lot of people actually like that. A lot of people didn't realize that you can do that. And so being able to provide other people with innovative business ideas, being able to provide other people with good marketing skills is something that helps me to maintain the balance between creativity and business, because I do realize that sometimes I can become a bit whimsical because I am an artist. So with my creativity, what I tend to do is take it and implement it and weave it into the business process, the project process. And so in doing that, a lot of times I'm able to keep things tight, keep them where I want them for each project. Another thing that helps me is if I creatively maintain a direction for my project, whether it be a book, it be a CD, a video, anything, flash mob, poem, whatever I'm doing. I keep a list, and then I set ways for myself to creatively maintain discipline and move towards the goals that I have set for myself. Sometimes it is hard, and sometimes I do slip up. The most important thing that we must realize is that when we slip up on our business plan or whatever, and we, lean more towards the creativity and it runs rampant, that it's never too late to reel it back in. Just like when you're fishing, you can let out damn near your whole line and you can still reel the fish in. It's the same thing with creativity. So I just try to remind people that the most important thing that you can do is whenever you catch yourself slipping away from the business aspect, bring it back in. There's some art that you create just for yourself. But if you know that you're creating art because you have let's say, a project, or you have a book deal with a company, or a deadline for something, or if you're working with a group of other people, business is an important aspect of creating the art. Don't let it overshadow your art, but you must remember that it is indeed an important part of your art. And a lot of people miss that because they're like, oh, well, my art will suffer if I focus on the business. Your art only suffers when you allow it to. That's the only time it's when you allow it to. I'm not saying make art the central focus. I mean, not to make business the central focus, but to keep it in mind if it is something that you're trying to sell, market, or utilize as a business. And I really want people to understand that it is important that we focus on that. And so, like, I know Joseph, he is an excellent tattoo artist, and he's also an excellent businessman because he realizes that his art has value above and beyond the esoteric. He knows that he must maintain certain things and certain standards for his practices and his business. So I think it's awesome when you can combine the two equally. So that is my take on using your creativity in the transition from artist to business person. If it's never too late for you to comment on any segment, that's how the show runs. You guys know this. The number is 347-945-7348. That's 347-945-7348. Next, we're going to talk about creativity has an important role in business. It does. Creativity has a very important role in business. And like I said, tattoo artists are the best examples of business and art mixing together. They really are. Like I told you guys about Joseph a couple seconds ago, whatever. They realize that their art has value. And so they keep that in mind. And they're good negotiators. You have to keep that in mind. The same thing applies to if you're a graphic artist, if you are a commissioned poet, writer, article writer, editor, anything.
Graffiti artist?
It doesn't matter. You have to make sure that you know the value of your art above and beyond the esoteric. If this is your life work and this is how you're going to make your money, know your value. Far too many artists don't. Like I said, when we come back, we're going to talk about creativity having an important role in business.